Today we're going to work on your checking for understanding for the passages The Boston Tea Party and Lane's Lesson. So let's check out this first question. Which line from Lane's lesson best shows that Lane was feeling frustrated about having to learn about the Boston Tea Party? A. Lane sighing loudly after reading the board. A Boston Tea Party. B. Nisha. Right. C. Lane. Wow, I guess the Boston Tea Party is more important than I thought. D. Mr. Williams. That is a great question. Okay, so I want to show you up here it says frustrated. And so we're looking for that frustration. And these three all have exclamation points. Are you going to be excited if you're frustrated? Probably not. So our best choice answer is going to be A, where he's sighing. That big sigh is usually a sign of frustration. Okay, so coming over here to number 4, it says, which of the following choices is not information that can be found in both passages? A, the Boston Tea Party took place on December 16, 1773. B, the Tea Act only allowed colonists to buy tea from one company. C, 90,000 pounds of tea was dumped into the ocean during the Boston Tea Party. Or D, Boston was one of the largest towns with one of the most important ports. Okay, so this says not, okay, big, bold letters. So most of this information is found in both passages. The date, is definitely found in both passages. Okay, they both mention the company, that there was only one company. Okay, and you can easily spot this 90,000 pounds of tea in both because it's a number and it's surrounded by words. So you can see that easily in both. So our best choice answer here is D. Boston was not one of the largest towns. Oh, was one of the largest towns with one of the most important ports. Okay, so let's come down here and look at number 2. What does the term importing mean? So we're going to go back in our packet and we are going to look at that glossary. And when we're looking at that glossary, it is going to tell us exactly what importing means. So, an organization of people who fought to protect the rights of colonists, to send goods out to another country, to bring goods in from another country, or to make a purchase from your neighbor. So if you're looking at your glossary, this is right next to importing. Number 5, using information from both passages, why did the colonists most likely dress in disguises during the Boston Tea Party? So we're going to look at this most likely. So A, they were breaking laws and could get in a lot of trouble if people knew it was them. B, they did not want to have their faces seen on the ship's security cameras. C, they thought it would be fun and silly. D, they were forced to dress in disguises by the British Parliament. Okay, so this isn't directly stated in there, but when we are looking back in the 1700s, they don't have security cameras, so I know it's not D. And we didn't read anything about it being fun and silly. So it's not C either. Okay, so then I'm left with A and D. So A says they were breaking laws. If you're going to break laws, it's probably a good idea to dress in a disguise. And D says they were forced to dress in the disguises. Well, the British Parliament wanted to punish those people. So they would not have been the ones to force them to dress in the disguise. So A is my best choice answer for most likely why they did that. Okay, let's look at number 3. If a reader wanted information about what led to the Boston Tea Party, what heading should he or she look under? So let's see. A, before the party. B, during the party. C, after the party. Or D, glossary. So It's telling me about what led to the Boston Tea Party. So I'm focusing in on that word led, okay? And I know that that is something that would happen before the party, okay? That's my cause and effect. It's what caused them to want to do the Boston Tea Party. Okay, so let's go on to the next page and look at number 6. Using information from both passages, which is not an event that helped to lead to the Boston Tea Party protest. So, A, in 1763, the Tea Act was passed, which placed a high tax on tea that colonists were told they must pay. B, colonists were only allowed to buy tea from the East India Trading Company. C, Boston was one of the largest towns during the colonial times. D, colonists did not have any representation in the British Parliament. Okay, so this says not an event. This is an event that definitely upset people. This is an event that definitely upset people. Okay, this is just a fact. It's not telling me an event. It just says Boston was one of the largest towns during colonial times. Okay, and this is an event because you are representing someone in the British Parliament. So my best choice for which is not an event, this one is clearly not an event. Over here, let's look at number 8. In Lane's lesson, the author wrote, Lane, rolling his eyes, I highly doubt dumping tea in the ocean caused a war. Using the line above, what character trait best describes Lane? Is he A, thoughtful, B, critical, C, kind, D, open-minded? If I'm rolling my eyes, I'm probably being pretty critical of whoever it is. Okay, these last 3 you're going to do by yourself. So, number 9. Why did the author most likely include a map? A, to show readers what the ships looked like. B, to show readers the amount of tea that was dumped in the ocean. C, to show readers where Lane School was located. D, to show readers where Boston is located in the state of Massachusetts. Okay, come over here to number 7. Which of the following best describes the main idea of the Boston Tea Party? A, after being taxed unfairly, colonists participated in a protest called the Boston Tea Party, which led to the American Revolution. B, Lane did not want to learn about the Boston Tea Party because he did not realize how important it was. C, the Boston Tea Party was a protest. D, Boston was an important city for importing and exporting goods by ship. Last question on this, number 10. Using information from Lane's lesson, what does the term boycott mean? A, to not buy something. B, to learn about a new topic. C, to spend all your money. D, to have representation in government. Again, let's think about boycott. What are we doing if we boycott something? Okay, we're going to go on to the next part and do our compare and contrast. So I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller so we can see what we're doing. So our directions say, using the information in the 2 Boston Tea Party and Lane's lesson to complete the Venn diagram and short response test. So on this side, I'm going to do the Boston Tea Party. Okay, and on this side, I'm going to do Lane's lesson. Nope, I forgot my citation. Okay. So now it's usually easiest to find something in common. Okay, so both passages were were about the Boston Tea Party. And let's see if I can figure something else out that I could write in there. So if I need help with this one, I can come up here and look, there was, let's see, this one, which of the following choices is not information that can be found in both passages? Okay, so we can say the Boston Tea Party took place on December 16th, 1773. Okay, and if I choose to, there we go. Okay, so now I need something that's only in the Boston Tea Party that's not in Lane's lesson. And so one of the things that I read about was that in the Boston Tea Party was that the British government passed several laws the colonists called the Intolerable Act. Okay, and one thing that I read in Lane's lesson that was not in the Boston Tea Party was that the Tea Act, I'm sure I'm getting this right, required colonists to only buy tea from the East India Trading Company. So that is one thing that's in Lane's lesson that is not in the Boston Tea Party. So I'm going to come down here to the bottom and I'm going to use this to type out my response. Okay, so it's always easier to start. So both passages were about the Boston Tea Party. In the Boston Tea Party, it says, okay, now I got to find my quote. So my quote says, on December 16th, 1773, one of the most famous protests occurred, known as the Boston Tea Party. In lesson. It states, on December 16th, 1773, a group of people dressed up dressed. A group of people dressed in disguises boarded 3 ships in Boston Harbor. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about how they are different. Okay, so one thing that the Great Boston Tea Party says is, okay, the British government has several laws the colonists call the Intolerable Act. This is not in Lane's lesson. Lane's lesson talks about the Tea Act required colonists to only buy tea from the East India Trading Company. The name of the company did not appear in the Boston Tea Party.